Our sites are Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Moving quick with Wayne Madsen. We'll be right back after these short messages.
We all know that the Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 4 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water systems. The revolutionary Berkey light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and re-cleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels, and removes harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping, an $87 value, yours free, but only for a limited time. Just call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653 now to order. That's 1-877-886-3653, or order online now at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Are you wondering about your retirement portfolio? Are you confident that the financial advisor is experienced enough to combat climbing interest rates, taxes, and inflation? Stop guessing and go to the expert, Robert Chapman of the International Forecaster. When you subscribe to the International Forecaster, you get Robert Chapman's 45 years of experience and concise investment recommendations. Who needs sugar-coated excuses when you can get the cold hard facts and proven investment leads you can't get anywhere else? For a free introductory copy to Robert Chapman's International Forecaster, subscribe now at theInternationalForecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. Experience the difference. When you subscribe, you can email Robert Chapman directly to obtain investment advice tailored just for you. Don't wait another minute. Subscribe today at theInternationalForecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. That's 877-479-8178.
What's your home worth? How can you compare local real estate agents? And how do you get MLS listings for the entire country? If you're thinking of buying a home to take advantage of a tax credit or selling your house, you first need to see an incredible website called HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com will help you find a realtor to buy or sell a home. It's so easy, and best of all, it's free. At HomeGain.com, you can compare realtors anonymously, receive customized proposals, see consumer reviews, then select the best realtor for you. Go to HomeGain.com and get an instant home value estimate, view comparable homes, and check out street views. HomeGain.com has an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and contains a wealth of information, like their home improvement tool that helps you determine which home improvements to make to increase your home's value. See the top 12 home improvements right now at HomeGain.com. That's HomeGain.com. Look for Max, the orange HomeGain Gorilla, to help you find a realtor or with any other real estate needs you might have at HomeGain.com, your real estate connection.
Attention landscapers, house painters, carpet cleaners, pet sitters, gutter cleaners, and anyone who has their own home service business. Would you love to build a huge and loyal customer base fast? Well, now you can. Introducing the Magic Yellow Flyer. The Magic Yellow Flyer marketing system is the most effective and inexpensive way to build a referral-only service business in a short period of time. Get new customers and build a solid customer base. Throw away all of the other ineffective and expensive advertising methods. You need the Magic Yellow Flyer. Corporate America is destroying our country, and it's time to rebuild the backbone of America. No matter what business you're in, the Magic Yellow Flyer marketing system will work for you. Don't have a home business? The Magic Yellow Flyer comes with 15 hot home businesses that you can start at a minimum cost. Visit MagicYellowFlyer.com. That's MagicYellowFlyer.com. Put the Magic Yellow Flyer to work for you today. Visit MagicYellowFlyer.com.
Yep. Wayne will be with us about 5 minutes into the next segment. Then I'm going to shift gears into a host of other important news, like federal judge finds NSA wiretaps were illegal. In fact, we'll ask Wayne about that coming up in the next segment briefly. But right now, Russia, Wayne, we know the Tsar staged terror attacks. We know the NKVD, the KGB has done it. A lot of evidence points towards Russian intelligence in the late 90s. But you're saying that this points towards Georgia targeting the FSB in the bombings we've seen. Break it down.
Well, we've got this guy who's the head of what they call the Caucasus Mujahideen. His name is Duko Umarov. He's claimed responsibility. He also claimed responsibility for the bombing of the express train last November from Moscow to St. Petersburg, which killed, amongst others, some high-level officials of the Russian government. I would note that what was interesting is that the Nikolai Petrushev, who's the former head of the FSB and now on the Russian National Security Council, along with President Medvedev, Prime Minister Putin, Foreign Minister Lavrov, he pointed to the Georgian security services in an interview with the Russian newspaper Kommersant and stated that their information, their intelligence shows that Georgian special security officers are dealing with members of the Northern Caucasus Mujahideen, and it was also interesting that on March 21st, the government of Mikhail Saakashvili in Georgia. Now he was put in by George Soros with his money. It was a themed revolution called the Rose Revolution. He hosted a conference that was organized by the Jamestown Foundation of Washington. That's a neocon operation here, founded in part by William Casey, back the CIA director in the 80s, and something called the International School of Caucasus Studies at Ilias State University in Georgia. Again, they get their money from people like Soros. And what this conference was titled was Hidden Nations, Enduring Crimes, the Circassians and the Peoples of the North Caucasus Between Past and Future. Georgia also has a Russian language TV program that beams propaganda to stir up people in the rest of Russian Northern Caucasus. I mean, what Petrushev said, the former head of the FSB, it looks like he's right on the money here. Who basically is controlling Georgia?
Well, that would be a replay of the 1980s when they founded Al-Qaeda and Mujahideen to menace the Russian underbelly a little bit further east. And we know that they launched a few weeks ago that hoax broadcast saying Russia had invaded again when Russia never invaded. That's how dumb they think we are in the West. So what is the point of carrying this out? I mean, how does that hurt Putin?
It hurts Putin because he knows he still has it hurts him with the people of Russia, because if you can't guarantee someone's security when they're going to work on the metro, you're going to start to lose support. Now, that's exactly what Putin's enemies, these exiled Russian tycoons, want to do. He nabbed one of them. He nabbed Mikhail Khodorkovsky, who's a guest of the Russian government in Siberia. But escaping from Russia were people like Boris Berezovsky, the former media magnate, and he travels between Britain and Israel on his Israeli and British passports. He's got safe haven, he and others, and these people work through people like Saakashvili in Georgia to undermine Putin. Now, they used to also use Yushchenko, the president of Ukraine, but he's out of power now, and now there's a much friendlier president in Ukraine. So Putin has at least eliminated Kiev as a base, but he still has Tbilisi in Georgia as a base that's used for all this type of propaganda. And maybe what Petrushev said, terrorist activities directed against the heart of Russia and Moscow and some of the other restive republics, like the 12 policemen who were killed in a suicide bombings in Dagestan, which is part of this whole Northern Caucasus.
But explain this to me. How does it help the British to stage 7/7 bombing subways, to have police state crackdown? Blair's numbers actually went up. It was meant to boost flagging support for the Iraq war in 2005. We know our government has been caught red-handed. It's now been declassified and released in federal affidavits that the leader of the Mumbai attacks, as you said almost 2 years ago, was a U.S. agent. You talked about U.S. agents with the GPS. That now came out this week. So explain how it doesn't help Putin.
Well, what it does to Putin, it undermines his credibility, and this is what the neocon operation is. They're trying to drive a wedge between Prime Minister Putin and President Dmitry Medvedev. If they do that, they would like to see Medvedev continue as the president of Russia without Putin, and they think they can drive this wedge, and they can get things done with Medvedev that they can't do with Putin, and by hurting Putin as the prime minister, they can.
All right, we're going to come back. Did these bombings coincide with Russia announcing new cooperative alliances with China, and why is China's rhetoric rising now. What is the U.S. doing to anger them? We'll be right back.